Welcome to another exciting episode of Starfleet Cinema, the show where we honor Star Trek talent contributions to non-Star Trek movies. In today's episode, we examine a classic television miniseries that, despite it originally airing 2 years before I was born, still had an enormous impact on my life. Originally aired on the NBC network in the United States over 5 consecutive nights from September 15th to 19th, 1980, Shogun was an adaptation of the 1975 novel of the same name by author James Clavell, who served as an executive producer on the miniseries. In the story, an English sailor, portrayed by the late Richard Chamberlain, runs aground in feudal Japan and is subsequently caught in the middle of a conflict between two rival warlords as to who will become Shogun, or military ruler of Japan. The winner of 3 1981 Primetime Emmy Awards, Shogun was well received in the US, but in Japan, local audiences decried its lack of historical accuracy compared to locally produced taiga historical dramas. Previously profiled in the videos in our NeoBlisseyX vs. Presents starring John Rhys Davies playlist, link in the upper right corner of your screen right now or in the description. John Rhys Davies portrayed Vasco Rodrigues in 1980's Shogun, the Portuguese counterpart to Richard Chamberlain's pilot major John Anjinsan Blackthorne. Rodrigues becomes a friendly rival to Blackthorne despite also becoming the pilot of the Black Ship, the Portuguese religious authorities' treasure ship, and a thorn in the side to Blackthorne and his allies. Previously profiled for his multiple voice roles in our video NeoBlisseyX vs. Presents Gargoyles vs. Star Trek 30 Years Later, and our Starfleet Cinema episode on Atlantis The Lost Empire for his voice role as Eric Hellstrom in Atlantis Milo's Return, links in the description. Late actor W. Morgan Shepard appeared in 1980's Shogun as Specs, member of the crew of the Erasmus, the ship Richard Chamberlain's Blackthorne is piloting at the beginning of the story. Previously profiled in our Starfleet Cinema episode on the Transformers the Movie for his final completed performance as the voice of Unicron, link in the upper right corner of your screen right now or in the description. Late actor-director Orson Welles served as the narrator of 1980's Shogun. Previously profiled in our Starfleet Cinema episode on Remo Williams' The Adventure Begins as that film's director of photography, link in the upper right corner of your screen right now or in the description. Late cinematographer Andrew Laszlo served in those same capacities on 1980's Shogun. Born in Jonesboro, Arkansas, United States on August 16, 1921, late artist Joseph R. Jennings received an Academy Award nomination for his work on Star Trek the Motion Picture, and would later serve as production designer on Star Trek II The Wrath of Khan. In between those 2 trips to the final frontier, Jennings took a brief detour to feudal Japan as the production designer of 1980's Shogun. Jennings passed away in the West Hills area of Los Angeles, California, United States on April 1, 2015 at the age of 93. During my research for this video, I discovered that I had neglected to add Jennings to my Starfleet Cinema episode on the original 1977 miniseries Roots, link in the description, as Jennings also served as art director on that project. I humbly apologize for this oversight. Born in Los Angeles, California, United States on March 4, 1940, Thomas R. Pettigo was an Academy Award-nominated set decorator who worked on 1984's Star Trek III The Search for Spock, and the first 7 episodes of Season 3 of Star Trek The Next Generation. In 1981, Pettigo received a Primetime Emmy Award nomination for his set decoration work on Part 5 of 1980's Shogun. Pettigo's Oscar nomination for 1983's Terms of Endearment was shared with his Shogun colleague Joseph R. Jennings. Pettigo passed away in Los Angeles on January 25, 2000 at the age of 59.